At BT, we believe it's important to help you prepare for your best financial future. No matter the time of year, it's never too early to start thinking about end of financial year planning. The risk is leaving it too late, given it can take time to implement your plans once you decide what to do. Today, we want to give you 5 tips around issues you may want to consider in the lead up to 30 June, remembering that these are general in nature and may not be appropriate for everyone. So, our first tip. When it comes to super, which for many people will be their most valuable investment in retirement, next to their own home, have you maximised your opportunities for this financial year? There are options of making after-tax contributions each year whilst under the age of 75. And provided you had less than $1.9 million in total super across all your super entitlements last 30 June. You could make after-tax contributions this year of up to $110,000, or in some circumstances up to $330,000. Of course, not everyone can afford to do that much, and it's important to remember that even smaller amounts can be beneficial, as the low tax environment of super and having the amount invested over a longer period of time has the potential to generate a higher level of wealth. You might even qualify for a government co-contribution. Or if you contribute to a spouse's account, you might be entitled to a tax offset to help reduce your future tax bill. Tip number 2, you can also make salary sacrifice or personal deductible contributions to super, totaling up to $27,500 this year. But remember, this does also include any superannuation guarantee payments from your employer. But it's always good to see what you can do and consider your options. A third tip is, if you're at the time of drawing down on your super, make sure you are drawing the right amount each year. Now, there are minimum amounts that you must withdraw from a superannuation income stream each year. And whilst you can, and sometimes it's tempting to withdraw more, just remember that once you have withdrawn it, and if it is too much, you won't be able to recontribute it back into super after you turn 75. Our fourth tip is at all stages of life, whether working or in retirement, and whether you are thinking about your super or non-super investments, make sure your investments are working for you. This is not only about the level of return and growth that they can provide, but also make sure you are comfortable with the mix of investments you have. Do you have the right amount sitting in cash or fixed interest? As an example, too much in that space can mean you miss out on potential returns, but too little could mean you're carrying a higher level of investment risk than what you really want or what you are comfortable with. And our final tip, have you considered your insurances, whether inside super or held personally? Do you have enough cover? Are you covered for all the things that you might need, such as an inability to work temporarily, perhaps becoming permanently incapacitated, or for other potentially traumatic events that could occur? If all of this sounds too much or is not of concern for you at this time of life, remember that the so-called basics should never be forgotten. Budgeting, tracking your income and expenses is always important, especially with the current cost of living pressures that many are facing today. At BT, we believe it is important to help you prepare for your best financial future, and we hope that some of these general tips help keep you on track for that goal. But we also recognise that everyone is different and situations can change. This is why we would always recommend you speak with a professional financial advisor to work out what options are right for you.